So, ladies and gents, welcome. How are we all doing on this fine evening? Let me just adjust the tripod here, get the right angle. Very high tech production quality here on CM42 TV. It's the exact sort of thing you get on the Patreon, which has just been launched. Thank you to anybody who's signed up for the Patreon, exclusive and extra content, loads of new videos and stuff just for you and your eyes only. Plus all the reactions unedited and uncut and all that sort of stuff with no mutes or nothing catered to the copyright police, just for your viewing pleasure and all that, loads of other stuff. Patreon.com/CM42TV, just had to get that in there. If you want to support, link is in the description box for that. Right, this is, let's chat some wrestling, do some more wrestling chat here on CM42 TV, which is always a joy. I did say a couple of weeks ago, I think when I was talking about the Royal Rumble and Edge coming back, I was kind of predicting like what maybe he would be doing at WrestleMania. And I was thinking, right, okay, so let's try and predict, you know, the WrestleMania card. And it was just revealed today that WrestleMania 37, which is in 2021, is going to be in LA, baby. Going Hollywood again. Since WrestleMania 21, back in 2005, went Hollywood. This will be interesting to see if they go with that kind of theme again. It's one of my favourite sort of genre, it's not even a genre, but my favourite sort of theme is a good word for it, for WrestleMania. I like all the other ones, like All Grown Up and Big Time. I was around that sort of time. Now I guess you don't really get it. I guess we had the Ultimate Thrill Ride a couple of years ago, didn't we? I can't remember what this year's one was, but I'm sure there was something. I think it was just like the first time ever with a women's main event or something like that, but I like the taglines, I love the theme, I love the subtext around it. WrestleMania Goes Hollywood was one of my favourite ones ever. Houston, We've Got a Problem is a good one too. All that sort of stuff. So that's very exciting that we're going to Hollywood again. I hope we get like the sort of trailers again, like we did before in 2005. If we can get that with like the new cast of characters with some new films, would be hilarious. You could get like Bray Wyatt being Joker, or you could get Drew McIntyre being Braveheart, and don't be stereotypical? Don't do the stereotypes at all. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. I'm looking forward to that. I'd love to go, because it's always like a dream to go to LA. So imagine if I could, you know, kill two birds with one stone without harming any birds, go to WrestleMania and LA in the same time. Don't think that will happen, but it's a dream. Who knows? Just obviously because the Oscars were last night on, obviously, filming date. This is Monday, so I say that obviously as if you know that. This is Monday, I'm filming this because I'm busy tomorrow night, so I'm going to be unable to talk wrestling on a Tuesday. But the Oscars were last night and it was all sort of, you know, LA, you know, talking about LA, Hollywood, all that sort of stuff, and I wonder if that's why, you know, they released that today for WrestleMania, unless they just got, you know, the deal locked down today by coincidence. And I don't know, I just like it. And the fact that it's WrestleMania 37, you know, well, it's 36 this year, and 36 is bonkers enough, with the numbers just going up and up and up and up, and it's crazy because I'm so used to talking about WrestleMania 17 and WrestleMania 21 and WrestleMania 24 and all these things. And they don't seem that long ago, you know. That's just the WrestleManias that I talk about all the time because I guess they're my favourite ones. And now we're on 36 and 37. It's just a bit mental, you know what I mean? I just can't believe that we're on in the late 30s. We're going into the late 30s and stuff. It's going to be WrestleMania 40 soon. I remember sitting on the floor in the room next door watching The Undertaker return at WrestleMania 20. And then sitting on the couch when The Undertaker lost his streak at WrestleMania 30. And then it's going to be WrestleMania 40 in a matter of years. It's just crazy. It's just how time flies. But WrestleMania 36 is an interesting one because usually around this time we kind of have an idea about the main sort of stories. And although we do in terms of the main matches, there's nothing guaranteed other than maybe, you know, Drew versus Lesnar. Which is, and when I say predict the WrestleMania card, I'm going to get, you know, kind of go into what I think they're going to do. But also, it's not too far from what I would like them to do. You know, I would love to see Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE title, and I'd love Drew to win it. It's funny, yesterday in Glasgow, where I live, I was at the Inside the Rope show with JR. I was grilling JR and Conrad, doing a live Grilling JR podcast in Glasgow. It was great fun. Hated the venue. I've been in the venue before for a few gigs and that sort of thing, but this one was just more annoying. It was like the middle of the day. People were already drunk and they were like heckling and shouting out things and stuff. But just because the space was so small and people kept like sort of shuffling around the seats and kind of getting up and moving and stuff like the whole time. And if one person does that, it affected everybody. And people just kept going. People can't sit still for an hour and a half. JR, the greatest commentator of all time, is sitting right in front of you, telling stories and being hilarious, and folk are moving around and talking and stuff. And of course you get the folks shouting out all these things. He mentions Ric Flair, shouting all the woos, and he mentioned Randy Savage. Some guy starts doing a Macho Man impression. The room wasn't that big, so he was doing a Macho Man impression for everybody. You know what I mean? It just, I didn't like that sort of thing. And then there was just disgusting people, like, I don't know, it was disgusting. The show was good though, the content of the show was good, and I posted a picture on Twitter that I took of JR on my phone from my seat. And then Kenny McIntosh, who runs Inside the Ropes, tweeted it out, which was cool. And then today Jim Ross posted my picture on his Instagram, which I thought was really cool. I mean, he didn't even ask, no photo permission. I didn't sign a form, but it's okay, he's JR, I'll let him off with that. He's working Wednesday, so he's busy. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so that's the reason I talked about JR is because yesterday someone asked him the question, like in the Q&A portion of the show, like, what's next for Drew McIntyre? Is it the right time for him? That sort of thing. And JR said there's rumours that Brock Lesnar could be taking some form of hiatus after WrestleMania. Drew's going to have a good WrestleMania. But I feel like that Brock hiatus WrestleMania deal has been the case for the past 3 years, and everybody's like, yep, Lesnar's losing, Reigns is going to beat Lesnar, and Rollins is going to beat Lesnar, and then Lesnar will be nowhere to be found. In the past 2 years, that's been not true. Yes, because Lesnar beat Reigns at 34, and then Rollins beat Lesnar at WrestleMania 35, but Lesnar was back 2 weeks later, or 2 months later, whatever it was. It wasn't this big deal, you know. So I would love to think that story-wise and push-wise and pulling the trigger-wise, Drew should win this. He deserves to win this, and it would just makes a megastar if he wasn't already won, you know, himself. So I would love to see Lesnar keep the title. I love Lesnar as champion. I just love Lesnar as a big sort of main event player. However, Drew should win, and I hope he does, and I think he will. I think Drew will have a good WrestleMania. And other than that, there's no other... I mean, you've got your Roman versus Bray Wyatt idea. That's a possibility. I'd love a triple threat. Throw Daniel Bryan in there. You could still put Roman over. But just that's a different dynamic to the title, which stops people moaning about it and just sort of dismissing the match before it's even happened. If it's the whole sort of... the Fiend isn't selling anything and he's invincible and he always kicks out of everything. Lesnar needs to, Reigns needs to spear him 7 times. That's not going to go down very well. But if you've got the dynamic of Bryan and Roman in there, I could watch Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns wrestle all day, and I hope I do sometime, because it was rumoured that was going to happen for like SummerSlam last year. They just scrapped the whole thing, but that would be ideal for me. So I don't know. I think the triple threat is where they're going to go, and then you've got the obvious now is going to be Randy Orton versus Edge. Not the first match back for Edge I would have picked. However, it's a very safe one for him. And do you know what? There's no reason to dismiss this or to not like this, because they're going to have a great match. They'll be able to have a story without sounding weird. It's going to be more of a story match. It's going to help break Edge back into that sort of, you're wrestling a singles match at WrestleMania, that sort of big vibe, you know. It's a good one. And Orton's going to be so easy for him to work with, of course. They know each other. They've got chemistry. They've got history. Edge is going to get his big win. It's going to be really cool. I'm still on this campaign. I need somebody out there I'm going to do it myself as well, to tweet and to email WWE as much as possible. Please book Alter Bridge to play Edge to the ring at WrestleMania. Please. I know the Alter Bridge are very expensive, but for one song, I'm sure they'd be up for it. It would be amazing. That's a dream, by the way. See if they do that. I'm not even going to WrestleMania. I'm going to be sitting on my couch watching it. And I would die. I will die if that's the case. So, R.I.P. Speaking of R.I.P., is Taker going to do anything? I don't think so. I think the Taker in and out sort of thing is going to be more frequent, unless he does something with, say, Strowman that was rumoured before, or whoever. You know, I don't think it will. You know, if McIntyre hadn't won the Royal Rumble, then maybe that would have been a possibility, but I don't think Taker will do anything. There was rumours about Cena, you know, coming back and doing something. It's obviously not going to be Taker and Cena, but could it be Taker and Sting? Because there was rumours that Sting's coming back, but I don't think that'll happen either. They'll need about an hour of the show to do that match, so I don't think that will happen. However, if it does, fair enough, I'd be well up for it. I don't know if it will be as great as everybody's talked about for 20 years. Of course, it's not going to be because of the situation and, you know, time and age. Not that they can't still do it, but just because of, you know, obvious reasons, you know. Will Cena come back and do something? I don't know. I hope so. I miss Cena, you know, I miss seeing him every week and stuff. Whether he does something significant at WrestleMania that was rumoured, I don't know. Who do you put him against? Do you throw him in there with Reigns and Wyatt? I don't know. And have, you know, Reigns go over Cena and protect Bray? I don't know. But then what does Daniel Bryan do? Does Daniel Bryan go for the Intercontinental title, which could be Braun Strowman? I would like to see the Intercontinental title be defended in a ladder match again. Always love those multi-man ladder matches at WrestleMania. I read a tweet earlier from one of the news sites, the wrestling news sites, saying the Money in the Bank ladder match should go back to WrestleMania, and there should be 2 Money in the Banks at WrestleMania. It should be the men's one and the women's one. Scrap the pay-per-view. I do enjoy the pay-per-view, but I'm just saying it's a cool idea to get as many people on the WrestleMania card as possible without being really like insulting your intelligence and just throwing folk in for no reason. So I'd like to see it some form of ladder match anyway, whether it be for the US, the 24/7, that might be a good laugh, or either the tag team or the Intercontinental. I think that's a safe thing for Strowman to do to remain strong and retain his title. Don't know why that needs that, but you could throw Shinsuke in there, you could throw Cesaro in there, R-Truth could go in there. People who have been working hard all year and stuff could go in that ladder match and you know, it'd be a kind of show stealing sort of thing. Women's title stuff, is Charlotte going to wrestle Rhea Ripley? I think so. I don't think she went to NXT if she wasn't going to do that. That is a mental thing that the winner of the Royal Rumble has chosen NXT title. I love it though. Charlotte versus Rhea is going to be a massive match. But what is Becky going to do? I don't know. The first thing that pops into my head is Sasha Banks. That, I think, to me, would be the biggest match. Who else would you wrestle? It's not going to be Ronda. Could it be Shayna Baszler? Yeah, but they're doing... something puts me off that, because if they're doing Rhea Ripley, who's a relative unknown to the main roster, I don't think they'll do Shayna Baszler too. Shayna Baszler might come in the night after WrestleMania and attack Becky, and that could be the programme going forward, and I'd be all for that. But I don't think that'll happen. I think it's going to be Becky and Sasha, unless they do some form of champion versus champion thing, Becky versus Bayley, which might be quite good as well. In terms of other stars that I can't really think of right now, people like Ricochet, people like that, I don't know. Guess you'd throw them in the ladder match. The other one that I'm thinking is Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens. I think that would be a really good blow off to this feud they're doing, with now both babyface killers, you know, have like this big sort of street fight sort of match. I think that would be really cool. What do you do with Rollins? Do you have him in a tag match with Buddy Murphy, who is now under the name Murphy? You know, there's people like Aleister Black. There's people like who else is there? There's so many people who would be unused there. You know, I'm drawing a blank right now, but The Miz, you know, Morrison. I guess they did a tag team thing. You do the whole sort of multi-man tag team stuff I'm always up for, whether it be the Usos, New Day, Miz and Morrison would be a good triple threat match for WrestleMania. There's so many. Andrade's another one, Bobby Lashley's another one, Rusev's another one, Rey Mysterio's another one. Now you've got Humberto, you've got Angel Garza, Paul Heyman doing a great job building up Raw, as I spoke about last Tuesday, and my why WWE Raw is my current favourite show to watch. Paul Heyman's done such a good job of building up these people. You know, what do you do with them for WrestleMania? Do you try and build them towards big matches? Do you get like someone like John Cena or The Undertaker or Goldberg or Sting, and someone to come in and do, you know, a sort of match with, say, an Aleister Black or a Ricochet or an Andrade or even a Rey Mysterio? You know, to be getting a Bobby Lashley and Rusev blow-off match? I hope not. You know, I love both those guys, especially Rusev. I just don't know where you go from here. I don't know. But those are the, you know, in terms of the main ones, that's what I'm thinking. Lesnar, McIntyre, Roman, Wyatt, Bryan, Charlotte, Ripley, Becky, Sasha or Becky, Bayley, Joe, Owens, Orton, Edge, and whoever. You know, I'd love to see a Rollins Reigns match, or, you know, a Rollins Aleister Black match, but it's like wishful thinking. How do you work that in? Do you know what I mean? So is Triple H going to do something? I don't think he will. I think this will be the year Triple H sits out, which will be big, and it'll just open so much space and so much time for the other guys, which is cool. So you'll have your usual battle royals for other people. I don't know, but it's very exciting. WrestleMania season is always mental. It's always very hectic. It's always exciting to see where they're going to go. So, and a ladder match for some form of Intercontinental or US title is also my prediction. So that's what I'm thinking for WrestleMania. It's going to be very interesting to see over the next 6 or 7 weeks, you know, how it builds and what we're getting and that sort of thing. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you've got any predictions what you think they're going to do for WrestleMania this year. And if you want some more content, you want some exclusive content, if you want all my stuff unedited and uncut, away from the copyright police, check out patreon.com/CM42TV. Or if you just want to support, be a good guy or a good gal and just enjoy life with me, patreon.com/CM42TV. And if you just want to subscribe and share this video in the channel with pals, I would also greatly appreciate that. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram at CM42TV on social media. Until next time, folks, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Yes.